Let me tell you what's happening in our society. A 5-year-old girl in Pennsylvania, waiting for a school bus with friends. The kids were being kids. They were laughing, they were teasing, and that's when the unthinkable happened. A little 5-year-old girl said she was going to shoot her friend. ... with this. Her pink Hello Kitty toy gun. Now I want to, I better not point it directly at you. It blows soapy bubbles. It's a Hello Kitty's soapy bubble gum. And it doesn't even, we bought 3 of them, we can't get any of them to work. A school official happened to be walking by and overheard the threat. They searched the bags of the kids. Didn't have that scary weapon with her, but the official still turned her in. And the least terroristic human being possible, a 5-year-old girl at a bus stop, was charged with making a terroristic threat and suspended for 10 days because of this. But that's not all. The next day, the girls involved were interrogated by more school officials without the parents being present. An episode that has left them in tears. How do you think these kids are going to feel about guns? How do you think they're going to feel? Then the teacher made an example of this child in front of the class and said, "Yes, kids, yes, it was fully loaded with soapy bubbles." And now the police, quoting, "the police may have to get involved." When a 5-year-old is talking to another 5-year-old about Hello Kitty soap bubble gun smack, and the book is thrown at them, you know this country's completely out of control. Especially when this is dangerous, but this, however, is not. All the video games. I'll let your kid play it. No big deal. It's just a game. Just a game. What is this? What is this? Nobody says anything about this, but this will get you suspended. How about this? Nobody says anything about the movies. No, it's just a movie. My kids know the difference. Do they? Common sense, I'd like to say, is dead, and now we're just desecrating the grave. But it's more than that. Let me go to Maryland. 2 6-year-old boys suspended, 6 years old, because they were playing cops and robbers. They were playing it during recess at school, and they were using the gun that God gave them. Their fingers. It's not loaded, that's why it didn't go off. Why wouldn't a kid be deathly afraid of anything about a gun when you can get suspended for this or this? You can't play with this, and you can't play cops and robbers without being treated literally like a terrorist. I'm sorry, worse than a terrorist, because we don't do anything about our terrorists in this country anymore. These are ordinary kids doing ordinary things, everything that we ever did. But now, because of the severity of their punishments, they will carry the label of a problem child for their whole life. And they will have an irrational fear of guns that has no underpinning at all in logic or reason. Now, I used to think, political correctness gone wild, or how can this administration, or how can this, school district be so ignorant or so foolish? It's not foolish, it's not ignorance. It is indoctrination, and it is by design. Remember, the left has a grip on the education system. All the things you used to think was crazy that they would possibly be teaching your kid, they're doing. Why do you think reasonable people that are teachers, they're college educated, why do you think they're doing this? To make your kids afraid of the mere idea of a gun. We're growing a whole new generation of kids that will grow up and, they hope, instinctively will say, I don't want anything to do with that table. We're looking at the tools. We're not looking at the craftsman. Guns are not the problem. They are just the screwdriver, the hammer, the tool that people can use to build a house or take that hammer and beat somebody's head in with. We don't ban hammers. But that's the progressive MO.